So today we're talking about radians and degrees. A radian is just a unit of angle measure based on arc length. Okay. Basically what happens is 360 degrees, you go all the way around, is the same as 2 pi radians. 180 degrees is the same as pi radians. There's two equations. One, then you're going from degrees to radians. When you go for degrees to radians, you take the degrees and you multiply by pi over 180. When you go from radians to degrees, you take the radians and multiply by 180 over pi. So let's go ahead and convert. So 30 degrees means that I'm going to multiply this by pi over 180. Okay. So what you get is you get 30 pi over 180. And then you got to reduce it. And when you reduce it, the zeros go away. And then you got 3 over 18. They're both divisible by 3. So you're left with pi over 6 radians. That's your answer. Okay, same thing for the next one. Multiply it by pi over 180. So you get 150 pi over 180. And you reduce it, so drop the zeros because they both have a 0. They're both divisible by 3. So we're going to divide them by 3. So I got 5 pi over 6 radians. Okay. And for this last one, okay, multiply by pi over 180. So you get negative 220 pi over 180. And drop the zeros if they both have a 0. They're both divisible by 2, so I'm going to divide them by 2. And I get negative 11 pi over 9. Okay, so that's going from degrees to radians. Vice versa, if you go from radians to degrees, you're going to flip the fraction and multiply by 180 over pi. And here's why. When you do that, the pi's cancel out. And so now you just have a problem. So it's 4 times 180 divided by 3. 4 times 180 is 720 divided by 3. And 720 divided by 3 gives you 240 degrees. Okay, same thing for the next one. Okay, multiply by 180 over pi, so that those pi's cancel out. So you get negative 5 times 180 over 36. Negative 5 times 180 gives you negative 900. And that divided by 36 gives you negative 25 degrees. And same thing on the last one. Okay, multiply by 180 over pi. Go away. You get with 7 times 180 divided by 4. 7 times 180 is 1260. And divided by 4 is 315 degrees.